Merry Synthmas.
Happy holidays, Rick. And to you, my friend.
Black Friday has come and gone, and honestly, good riddance. Half the deals weren't even deals this year. And look, I don't care if something's 50% off. I'm not forking up $500 for the new iZotope bundle, no matter how good it is. I just don't have that kind of cash lying around for plugins. But I do want to get like a little treat, something to spruce up my sessions, something fairly cheap that punches above its weight. And I try to tie my wants to an actual need. To be real with you, I've been using the same Sound Toys bundle since 2017. Still rocking with RX-8, still leaning on FabFilter 2 every day. And I figured it was time to step things up a bit. I wanted more punch on my drums and that classic console feel. Something with heritage that gives your mix backbone. And as you guys know, I'd been saving up a casual 150 grand for an SSL 9000K console. You know, just a little rainy day fun, storing it out back in the shed underneath a mattress. But then I saw the SSL Native Channel Strip 2 was going for a pretty solid price. So instead of dropping multiple six figures for a classic console, I bought this instead and blew the other $149,980 on an animatronic Jar Jar Binks, a golden Labubu, and a custom neon underglow kit for my Toyota Prius. Now that's driving in style. Because on this channel, all of our subscribers, including me, make sound financial decisions.
Why did you do that?
Setting my investment portfolio aside, I grabbed this plugin, and it's holding its own. It's honestly one of the best channel strip plugins I've come across. It's on sale for a pretty good price right now, but even when it's not on sale, it's one of the most affordable, legit console channel strips that's out there. So I think it's going to be worth checking out whether you're watching this during this sale or in the middle of July. And just to be clear, I'm not sponsored to make this video, nobody paid me to make this, and this is my honest take. Now stay with me because here's what we're going to get into today. First, how this plugin handles a drum bus using isolated tracks from Elvis's Burnin Love. Then, what it does on vocals, including cleaning up the bleed from a noisy drum kit. And finally, what it can do to your master track even with minimal effects engaged. And the last one is my favorite. Sounds really, really good. So let's get into a quick description of the plugin. This is basically an SSL console channel in plugin form. We've got filters, EQ, compression, expansion, a gate feature, and all this provides that subtle analog character that we know from so many of the most iconic SSL console mixes. It reacts fast, it keeps your workflow clean, and most importantly, it's reliable. And that's what I want because my attitude has always been let the producer make the choices and not the machinery. Unless it's an AI robot doing brain surgery, then I'm perfectly comfortable. Demo number 1. Alright, let's start with this drum bus. I've got isolated stems from Elvis's Burnin Love, kick, snare, and hat, all routed to one aux channel with a single instance of SSL Channel Strip 2. Let's listen to the before with the raw drums. Now after, with my SSL engaged with some processing. Listen to how everything tightens up. The kick sits where it should, the snare stops jumping out, and the hats fall into place instead of drifting around. This is the coherence you're paying for. Off, on, off, on. Pretty dramatic. Off, on. I didn't do much here, I really just hit the EQ section and did a little bit of console noise, and I compensated the gain with the output. This is the classic SSL Glue. Super happy with that, so let's move on to demo number 2. Next, vocals. These backing vocals have drum bleed in them. Totally normal for that era, but not something we want. Let's listen to the before. The bleed is totally audible. Now after, with the expander engaged. The SSL really tames the drum kit bleed. That's the expander doing its job. Not a harsh gate, not choppy, just lowering the bleed naturally. Off and on. Off and on. If you record in a bedroom or a live room, this is a lifesaver. Now let's move on to another part of this second demo, the SSL EQ on vocals. Now the SSL is really known for its EQs. The lows particularly can add weight without muddying your mix. And the mids will bring presence without that nasally, boxy tone. And the highs, clarity without sharpness. Let's hear the before. And let's hear the after. A drastic improvement. You turn a knob, you hear the result immediately. Off and on. Off and on. How about a little bit of compression? Here are my settings. 1.5:1 ratio, 5 dB threshold, 0.3 second release, about 2.5 dB of gain reduction. See how it tightens the transients, glues the buses together, and gives the track some authority? Pretty nice. Now demo number 3, the final test, SSL on the master. Before we get into the master section, just a quick thing. I don't run a channel donation link or a Ko-Fi page. I'd rather show up and just make good, honest videos for you. So if you're enjoying this, if you could subscribe to my channel and subscribe on your YouTube burner channel as well, it would really go a long way. And one other thing. This is a small but growing channel. I'm making multiple videos for you guys a week, and your support this early makes a real tangible difference. So thank you for being here with me. I'm excited to see where things go from here. I threw this plugin on the master of Lies by Fleetwood Mac, and I left everything pretty much flat. Before, this is the master.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies.
And after.
Oh no, you can't disguise. You can't disguise.
The subtle depth you're hearing, the cohesion, the small lift, that's the analog tone and a tiny bit of console noise. Nothing exaggerated, just a touch of realism and weight. Off.
Although I'm not making plans,
On.
I hope that you understand there's a reason why.
Off.
Close your eyes. No more
On.
broken hearts. We're better off apart. Let's give it a
Much nicer high end. So here's my final verdict. Is this one of the best console plugins you can grab right now? I think so. SSL did a phenomenal job modeling this desk. And honestly, I like the EQ section more than the fab filter right now. So if you catch it on sale, you might want to go for it. If you're watching this months later and it's back at full price, honestly, $150, $200, it's still worth it. It's clean, it's fast, it has analog personality, and it gives you a full console workflow in one insert. For drums, vocals, buses, this thing is a no-brainer. A classic console workflow for a price that makes sense. The affiliate link is down below. You can check it out, pick it up if you'd like. If you don't have to. And again, this video is not sponsored. I'm just showing you something that really impressed me, something I use, and something that cost a heck of a lot less than everything else in this Black Friday season. So for the time being, skip Suno and go make something real today. I'll be back with you soon in another video, and just remember, know thyself, and I'll catch you next time.